And good morning. Welcome to Kelowna Now Live. It is Jason Mann with Jim Check, your Monday morning headlines. And
welcome back to the work week.
Yes, here we are. Cloudy start to the week. We'll check your forecast as well for ATB Wealth shortly. First off, our top story. Health Canada issues a warning about very flammable rubber cement. It's a common brand that you'd see around the house, especially if you have kids.
We used to put it on the desk in school there and roll it around till you made a rubber ball.
This is Elmer's.
This batch, though, could cause serious illness, injury, or death. So you want to be careful with the lot number of E20A139R. And the lot numbers can be found on each bottle's lid. Right now, they say there's no reports of injuries or incidents involving the product, but according to Health Canada, 4,700 units of this product were imported into Canada from the USA between January and November of this year. So if you have this glue in your home, just check the lot number on it. And as always, be careful when you're using glue.
And City Councillor Ron Cannon's latest editorial here at Kelowna Now. Headline is?
He's back. He used to do a column for us. We now are printing his column again. The headline of this one, what we've been doing to Kelowna's homeless population is inhumane. So we have Tracy Gray on here, Dan Albus, Mayor Tom Dias, Councillor Max D. Hart. Am I missing anybody?
Renee Merrifield.
Yeah, Renee Merrifield sends a column in every now and then as well. So we publish all of them. So, and if we had other ones coming in, we would publish those as well.
David Ebby wanted to write one in?
David Ebby wanted to write one, we would publish it as well. There you go. Have a read of it, though. Ron's a strong supporter of the homeless, and
I just want to say I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I think what is happening right now is, life by 1,000 Band-Aids, maybe. Yeah, go read the column. We also had Ron in on Friday, and we discussed the city budget, and I think the video is in there as well, the city budget. So, yeah. So there you go. Bit of a self-guided tour of the city budget for you. BC also announcing a new 3-year action plan to address gender-based violence.
Yeah, so this 3-year action plan aims to end stigma around gender-based violence and ensure access to supports. The plan includes building more housing for women and children leaving violence, expanding cell service to make travel safer, and adding 75 new sexual assault support programs, 22 of which have been specifically for Indigenous women. It also includes establishing new free virtual counseling, as well as a 24/7 crisis line, new policing standards, and stronger victim support services. Again, if you head to kelownanow.com, you can read more of that.
And the BC RCMP Major Crime Section has taken over an investigation involving the death of an infant in the BC interior.
Yeah, so on Friday, December 8th, officers from Williams Lake RCMP responded to a local hospital after a 32-year-old man entered with a deceased infant. A second child was then located and brought to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. A 33-year-old woman along with the man were arrested and have since been released. Officers believe this was an isolated incident, that there is no risk to the public. The investigation is ongoing, and the Ministry of Children and Family Development has been engaged.
And a developer is looking to expand a storage facility in Kelowna's North End.
That's one of the nicest looking storage things I've ever seen. Looks pretty futuristic. A developer is looking to expand the storage facility in Kelowna's North End neighborhood. That's just around Knox there. Ziegler Architecture submitted a development variance permits for 950 Ellis Street, which is home to spacious storage. The development proposal includes removal of the existing boat storage building to make way for an expansion of the existing 5-story self-storage facility. According to the application, the design of the addition will match the existing building and are not expected to see changes to the landscaping, site access, or services. As part of the original development, the applicant says extensive work was completed to enhance and protect the habitat there around Brand Creek, which flows through there, which goes down into the lake there. There you go. There's 3 variances that are being requested. That includes changes to the building height, parking, and bicycle parking. Again, you can go read more on this story on kelownanow.com.
And Okanagan College is welcoming a new dean with a large beard.
And his name is not Dean. 15 years of academic experience and a plethora of knowledge to the school. OC announced on Friday that Joe Baker will be joining the college as Dean of OC School of Business. Marcy went there. There you go. So Baker has previously spent time in leadership roles at George Brown College and Centennial College. And Baker is replacing William Gillette, who has led the OC Biz School of Business to several awards, including a 4th place finish at the Enactus World Cup last year.
And from our 5 things you need to know file, Australia is deciding to halve their migration amid infrastructure woes. So otherwise saying too many people don't have the things that people need when they come.
Yeah, so let's just take a look at that. Australia is planning to halve its immigration levels in 2 years in an effort to fix its broken migration system. The government said it will bring immigration numbers back under control after a record-breaking 500,000 arrivals were blamed for straining the country's infrastructure.
Oh, right.
Canada,
where does that?
Canada had 1 million people come in, and yet their blame for the housing crisis is put onto Airbnb, not onto that. So it's odd, right?
Mm-hmm. There's a few other countries. It seems like it's a common thing that's happening around the world.
Yeah, it's immigration is good but it should be planned and it should
sustainable immigration.
You can't break everything as well, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Over the weekend, we had Natasha J Rosewood in with a special guest, Tamara McClellan, and they talked about, Tamara shared her views and insights on ancestral astrology.
So you've kind of initiated this. This is a new column on Kelowna Now on the psychic connection kind of thing. So
spirit, body, mind.
So
a little bit.
You listened to the whole thing.
Yeah,
I was here. Running the board. Yeah. What did you think?
So first off, I think that astrology is really interesting. I think the Vedics, for many centuries and millennia before, and the Indian culture have a very specific and very special wisdom and insight into our universe through the stars. And so I don't have a belief in it or understand it fully, but a deep curiosity and an interest. And so as I learn, I think sharing some of the information is really interesting. One of the most interesting things that Tamara said while she was here was that Kelowna has a lot of Taurian strengths or ties to Taurus, which is the land. And
aren't you a Taurus?
I am a Taurus, yeah. But it's all
you like that then?
Well, it's abundance. It's right. It's the comforts. It's the comfort creature kind of idea. And the shocking thing that she said in the session was that a lot of the fires and a lot of the problems that we're having with the environment are actually due to not managing them at all, like not being a steward of the land, not taking care of it, not grooming it, not taking care of it.
Well, wildfire mitigation is definitely a back burner thing, it seems like. And I think we're going to have somebody else come in and talk about it. We did have somebody in, Murray Wilson.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to have somebody else come in and talk about wildfire mitigation. Astrology, I used to do it a lot when I was younger. I used to do the charts and the ascending and the descending and all that stuff. And I had a gift back then where I could actually guess somebody's sign probably in a half an hour of talking to them.
So there's got to be something.
Or I was really good at guessing.
One of the other.
My mother actually worked on the Emily Ray Psychic Hotline, so she was into tarot card reading and all that kind of stuff. So there's something to this stuff, but
I would just say
it's what you take from it.
For those that don't believe, the fact that we are even here at all, that we exist at all, is incredible and amazing. And how could anything else be any more incredible than that? So to me, it's just very, very possible.
There you go. So you should check out one of the shows on KelownaNow.com YouTube channel, and it's actually posted on our site as well. Yeah. You'll find it there, and I think she's done 5 or 6 sessions so far. So let us know what you think.
I would say this about Natasha: she's a very caring individual, and she just wants everybody to heal that are dealing with wounds.
And I just guessed your sign, right? Taurus.
You did.
All right. Marcy's eyes just rolled into the back of her head there.
So we have a photo bomb for you on KelownaNow.com. Stormy afternoon, can't kill Karameus light up parade, and Gord, I'm guessing
we're Goebel again with the camera.
Look at these photos. Just incredible.
There you go, and Karameus showing their community spirit.
Yeah.
And there's Jason down there.
The Grinch.
That's right. Some great photos as well. Gord is if you go to the site, KelownaNow.com and Pentictonnow.com, you're going to find all these amazing photos that Gord took of this parade out there in Karameus.
All right.
Yeah, so
look at that old tractor.
There's lots of tractors and trucks and kids and all kinds of stuff.
Getting into the festive spirit.
Have you been to Candy Cane Lane with kids yet?
Have not.
There you go.
We thought we'd wait till it got really snowy and made it very hard to walk.
On the west side, though, too, on West Kelowna somewhere. I just can't remember exactly where it is. In sports.
The Kelowna Rockets are back in the win column thanks to a stellar performance by the team's younger skaters.
There you go. You didn't want to say the name, did you? You just left that there. Hiroki Jozic and Tij Igenla both recorded 2-goal nights, lifting the Kelowna Rockets over the Regina Pats to 5-4. So there you go. Congrats to the Rockets. They will now start playing 4 games in 5 days, beginning with a stop in Moose Jaw on Tuesday. Go Rockets, go.
Yeah. And youth are invited to a free learn-to-play box lacrosse tournament, or not tournament, but event, rather. So at the CNC, they'll open the doors for about an hour and a half on December 20th. Come on down, bring your kids that want to learn how to play lacrosse, and they'll set you up. They have a limited amount of helmets, gloves, that kind of stuff that you'll need. All the requirements to participate are on KelownaNow.com. And
so that's on December 20th, 6:15 to 7:45 at, I think they've renamed it from the CNC to the MNP Center, right? So
I haven't seen the signs.
That is the arenas there on Gordon, just after the Mission Creek Bridge there. Mm-hmm. And you did some. We're doing some stuff with lacrosse too, right?
Yeah,
they're gonna start sending their scores and stuff like that in,
and stuff like this.
Yeah. So there you go, Kelowna lacrosse. And here's a study.
Yeah, a new study showing that BC new car dealers are driving the economy.
Well, there you go. They say
it is the second biggest purchase, so person would make.
They say new car dealers in 2022. This study was done by MNP. I think it was hired by the car dealers to generate this report to show how much impact they have in the communities. In 2022, they generated $17 billion in retail activity. That's quite a bit of money. Mm-hmm. And they contribute $286 million in direct tax revenues. There you go. And the sector is responsible for about 30,000 full-time jobs, including 19,000 jobs directly. And the big news out of that is our friends at Kelowna Toyota
made the news.
Continued a tradition of giving to local charities by donating over $200,000 to various communities in 2022. Big shout out to Kelowna Toyota for that. $200,000 in just 2022 alone. Past support has also included $20,000 to support the first year of mental health and wellness program and ongoing involvement with Mamas for Mamas, a national charity aiding mothers and children. So there you go. And then just a little bit of finance news that we'll kind of just touch on some stuff. I follow a few people on Twitter, including Grid Capital. Gold last week hit a record high of $2,100 US. These numbers are in US. Bitcoin was up 11% last week, hitting 44,000 US. And JP Morgan's CEO Jamie Dimon says the only true use case for it is for criminals, drug traffickers, money launderers, and tax avoidance. There you go. So that's from Jamie Dimon. Google launched Gemini last week. The AI model that hopes to take down GPT-4 or challenge it at least, I think. So now we have Gemini, ChatGPT-4, and Grok from Elon Musk, right? So Bank of Canada held its interest rate at 5%, and while GDP dropped to 1.1. Not good news. And here's some interesting things. 40% of the Russell 2000 companies now have negative earnings. This is up from more than double since 2006. And here's something really interesting that's kind of like, I think, from COVID. Up to 1/3 of office real estate could be wiped out due to emptying downtowns.
Well, there's a lot of need for homes in a lot of our downtowns, so maybe
we're starting to see this recession start to take hold. 543 startups have shut their doors due to bankruptcy and dissolution in 2023. Q3 has seen the highest numbers, 212 shutdowns since the firm began tracking the data. And this is in the U.S., right? So, but a lot of the stuff that happens in the U.S. kind of like reflects up here too, right? So,
yeah.
There you go.
An echo.
Want to do some weather?
Yep, let's check it out. Kelowna's 5-day weather forecast for ATB Wealth. Realize your vision of wealth. Go to atb.com/wealth Kelowna. What you see is what we get here today. Cloudy, and a high of 2. We'll get down to -4 overnight. Quick check at our weather window here. High top landmark 6. Checking the scene, and as you can see, it's a mild, cloudy day. Let's take a look up at Big White. I know we've had some snow, and
there's some snow.
I've heard that the skiing is actually better than expected. So
they must have got a good dump last night.
Yeah, it's looking really good up there. And this week, I think we'll be definitely kicking off our snow reports. If you are on the roads, though, this is the worst stretch of it, I think, up on the Coquihalla, the summit there. Checked Elkhart, and it wasn't near as bad as this. So this is, a stretch anyways that you're going to face at the top. So if you're on the roads, be careful. Roads brought to you by CSN Collision. And as we look out for tomorrow, -2 will be our high, but cloudy conditions. A little bit more snow in the forecast for Wednesday, and as we get closer to the weekend, snow and rain for Thursday, and flurries expected for Friday. And again, fairly moderate temperatures. No big deep chills here. But we do have a cloudy first of the week and snow and possibly some rain showers for the second half of the week.
Still mild. That's good, right? Still mild, so you can still get out there. And
Candy Cane Lane, for example.
Candy Cane Lane. I went to Stewart Park. I should have taken some video. Actually, I did take some video. It's on my Instagram reel. We should play it. It was amazing.
Stewart Park,
they got the fire going. Tons and tons of people. You can rent skates there. Mitts even you can rent.
It's a great amenity for our city, isn't it?
And it's free.
Yeah.
Totally free. And they have a Zamboni that cleans the ice and that. So we took our granddaughter out there first time ever skating. So it was great.
Thanks.
And it's a great facility. If you haven't gone, have you gone?
Yeah.
Taking the kids?
Yeah. No, yeah. Well, the kids go with school and.
Do you know how to skate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any good?
Well, let's just put it this way. My mom won the first gold medal in Canadian Winter Games in 1967 for pairs dance.
Nice. Congrats.
Yeah. So she taught us.
So you were a figure skater?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you skate with hockey skates too?
Not as well. But my wife.
It's a different style. Figure skates.
Even the black ones. Funny enough.
My son was there with his hockey skates on.
Yeah.
So and people noticed like, hey, he's wearing hockey skates. Like goalie skates.
Goalie skates.
Goalie skates.
Okay, yeah, those are
tougher to skate with, right? So
those are a different kind of skate for sure.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great time, and if you get a chance to check out Stewart Park this year, it's neat.
We used to skate on the river in Midway.
Mm-hmm.
Some people went in.
Ooh,
we got them out though. Anyway, that's enough. We're back with some KSS Owls later in the afternoon here of champions. So I think we have the girls team and the boys team coming on. And then we're back with the 4 o'clock news.
All right. Until then, have a great day. Enjoy your clouds.